Hey there, my name's John, and I'm the founder of LeadCapture.io. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can easily connect your lead funnels, lead quizzes, lead forms with LeadProsper so you can pipe your leads straight from where you're capturing them right into LeadProsper. But not only that, I'm going to show you how you can do this in a matter of minutes. That's right, I said minutes. For those of you who have already been down this road before, you already know how hard and how painful it can be to connect your lead forms and funnels into your backend CRM and lead distribution systems. You have to map everything perfectly. If one thing changes, if one thing breaks, then your leads will not post. Well, all of that changes today with our auto map integration. All you have to do is enter in a few details, and LeadCapture will automatically pull all of your fields straight from your LeadProsper campaign. And you can go from it taking days, sometimes weeks, to minutes to connecting your LeadCapture forms and funnels with LeadProsper. Let's dive into it. Now I'm inside of the LeadCapture funnel builder here. For those of you who are not familiar, LeadCapture allows you to build full mobile optimized lead gen funnels that look something like this. You can build a full page and it has an interactive survey or form or quiz funnel. People have all different names for these things that qualify leads one step at a time. And in addition to all that, you can also verify your leads in real time, right at the point of capture, enrich your leads, and do so much more. That's all a discussion for another time. I'm not here to pitch you at all on LeadCapture. I'm just trying to give you context about what LeadCapture is and then where it fits into the picture here with LeadProsper. So just to summarize, people are coming into LeadCapture. They're setting up their landing pages with surveys and lead quizzes and forms embedded right into them. Once you get it all set up, the next obvious question is, how do I get my data into LeadProsper? And that's what we're going to discuss today. So let's dive into it. The very first thing that you need, obviously, is a LeadProsper account. If you don't have that, please go and start there. Once you have your LeadProsper account set up, go in, set up your campaign. I'm not going to walk through all that because I'm going to assume that you're already familiar with LeadProsper and how it works. So I'm inside of my campaign here. Next, we're going to jump back into LeadCapture and we're going to go to lead delivery. In the lead delivery section, go down to LeadProsper. And the first thing you're going to need to enter, and really the only thing, is your developer API key. So I'm going to go into LeadProsper. I'm going to just click here, and then I will click developer, and this will pop up a key, and then we'll just grab the key and paste it in. Okay, so at this point, as a recap, we went up to our account information, clicked on developer, copied our key, and we're going to come back into LeadCapture, and let's just paste the key in here. And then when you paste the key in, click load campaigns. Now this is automatically going to go out to LeadProsper and pull in whatever campaigns you have in your account. So this is the campaign that I'm going to be mapping you to. It's ID 29588. And we can confirm that the ID is the same as the campaign that I'm in here, 29588. So this is the campaign we're working from. And then what's going to happen here is LeadCapture is automatically going to pull in the supplier. In this case, I only have one supplier. But if you have multiple suppliers, you would just come in and choose your supplier. And then upon selecting the supplier, the LP key is automatically going to show up. And then there's some additional features here. One key feature that I want to bring your attention to is LeadProsper's redirect URL. This is a way of dynamically redirecting the lead post submission to a thank you page that ties directly to the buyer who the lead was assigned to. And this is a really good way of increasing your post-submission contact rates. But for now, let's go down to the field mapping because this is where all the magic happens. So at this point, we entered in just the developer API key. Now, all of the LeadProsper fields from your campaign will show up to the left-hand side. So they're dynamically being pulled in, and you can confirm this by going to your supplier API specs and just scanning down your list, and you can double check and just make sure that all of your fields are there. So you'll see in this particular case, we need to pull in fields like first name, last name, email, phone number, date of birth, gender, address, city. There's a few things that I want to highlight for you as you're going through this. Let's start out with first name. So your LeadProsper fields are on the left-hand column. Your LeadCapture fields from your funnel, I'll just jump into the funnel here. So we have steps. Every single field that you set in a different step is being pulled in as well. So if we go back in here, you'll see there's first name. We're simply mapping to first name. Last name, we're mapping to last name. The email address is mapping to the email address field. Phone number is mapping to the phone number field. Now, this is really key. With the phone number, there's very specific ways that you need to pass the phone number value to LeadProsper. So we automatically have this formatted properly right out of the gate. If you need to change the formatting of your phone number for some reason inside of LeadProsper, for example, maybe you do not want the +1 there, you would come in here. Let's just say it's like a US number that's formatted like that. You can simply just change the formatting right here. Same with date of birth. We have the date of birth hard coded so that way it passes through the way that LeadProsper wants to accept it. But if you need to change the way that you're sending the date of birth into LeadProsper, simply just change the value right here. That's all you really need to do. We make it super easy. Let's just go through, we'll map gender. I don't know what I was doing in here before shooting this video, but I think I was doing some testing. I just have to remap some of these. And as you can see, remapping it is really easy. I just chose gender. Now, let's go to address. This is a big one. So at this point, it's auto saving as we go. Let's say that you are using the address autocomplete integration because maybe you want to reduce friction and you don't want someone to have to enter in their home address line by line. That's where our Google Address autocomplete feature comes into play. But there's one problem. When someone enters in the address, it's just a single field. With most CRMs and lead distribution tools, you typically need to break the address up into the different components. But we simply handle this on the back end. So for example, let's say you need to pass the street, city, state, zip into different fields inside of LeadProsper. All you have to do is go into lead delivery. We'll go back to our LeadProsper integration that we've been working on. And you'll see if we click on address, we're breaking down the address into the different components. So we have street, we have city, state, postcode, country, and you'll see here's the city field that we need to map to. So we're just looking for these little indentations here. I'll click on city. State, same thing. When it comes to state, you can choose how you want the state to pass through. In some cases, some people want to pass through the full name, or you can send through the abbreviated version of the state. Here's zip code. You'll see it needs mapping. So let's just map zip code real quick. It's in postcode. And the really nice thing about this is you don't have to jump back and forth between your fields and rename your fields to get them mapped perfectly. You're simply just choosing from the list, and then we're handling all the rest. It's like magic. And then here's the IP address, user agent. So here's another key thing. In some cases, what you show the visitor in your buttons, the actual labels, might be different than what you're mapping to within LeadProsper. For example, let's take injuries. Maybe in this example, whiplash needs to map to 1, back and spinal to 2, broken bones to 3, head and brain injury to 4. And you want the prospect on the front end, on the form funnel side, to see these values. But maybe you need to map to these values. So all you need to do is click on the map option values setting here and choose the different options. If these fields are blank, it's going to pull in the default label from the button. Here's another example. Maybe the first one is whiplash. Maybe the second one is just back. Maybe this is just broken, I don't know, bones, head, brain, or we could just say brain. That's just an example of how you can override what's on the button labels and set a different value into LeadProsper. But I'm just going to keep it all to the default values for now. If you're using phone verification, OTP phone verification, you can pull in the OTP code. And then if you need to map a static value, in this case, I just want to show an example of mapping a static value. We'll just map the sub ID to a static value. I chose static value and I entered in the sub ID. If there's a field that you do not want to send into LeadProsper, you can just click skip, don't send. The only thing left to do is test. So I'm just going to quickly go through this funnel here. So here's my landing page. I'll choose a few options. And you'll see the Google address work. And now again, it's just one field, but all of the components of the address will get broken up and sent over to LeadProsper. Definitely make sure you add in confetti if you're setting one of these up. It's just a way to stand out from your competition. Now this, bear with me as I verify my phone number. So now I'm just going to simply enter in the code. It's verified. The redirect happens. And now let's go in and look here at the lead. Okay, so here is the lead that was sent through. you'll see that we have phone validation turned on. So we got a contact score and some additional information, but let's go down to LeadProsper so I can show you how to troubleshoot this if you're having trouble getting the data in. If you go all the way down, you'll see a section called LeadProsper Deliveries. Simply just expand this. You'll see the payload of data that went through. You'll see it formatted perfectly like this. And then at the bottom, you'll see a response. And then if you just want to see what happens here with the response, you would simply just scroll across. So that wraps up this video. As you can see, the process of integrating with LeadProsper is extremely streamlined. If you run into any problems as you're getting set up, feel free to reach out. Always happy to help out. Thank you.